We were talking about the analogy between the conductor and the orchestra.
The ant hive and the brain.
The queen is the conductor, and the hive is the orchestra. The body is the orchestra, and the brain is the conductor. The DNA is the conductor. The biochemistry of the cells and the organism is the orchestra. There seems to be a concentration of intelligence in complex systems. Like we were saying before, it looks like the logical circuits, whether they are embedded in gold, like on a computer board, or in nucleotides, like in DNA, or a sequence of ionic bonds, like they are in metabolism, or pheromones and hormones and scents, would be the circuitry driving most of the behavior of an ant hive or a bear. It looks like they are under a selective pressure to be able to respond in time for the events that they are governing. A termite queen doesn't have to react fast enough to do automated trading, but it has to be faster than a redwood because the events that it deals with happen on a different time scale than a plant's. If you want to run through a lot of, let's call it computation that leads to decisions and to transmission of decisions that lead to action, and you want to do it quickly, it helps for the different components of the machine that is making the decisions to be close together. Just makes things faster. That's why I think that there's a selective pressure that drives an imperative for the concentration of intelligence in complex systems. When you analyze a system and you see the parts of the system that are interacting with the environment and the part of the system that makes the decision for the rest of the system on how to interact with the environment, we often call the part that is busy making decisions and not acting the brain. In order to make decisions fast enough, it helps for the brain to be concentrated in one spot. That's all I'm saying. If you take this observation into the realms of social and cultural evolution, and you see places like the Library of Alexandria spontaneously emerging as a center of knowledge, memory, and wisdom, and possibly prime consultant to decision-making in the seats of power, you'll see that here again is a place in Egypt which concentrates knowledge from most of the world that was known to humanity at the time, that stores and distributes knowledge about a part of the world that is much, 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 much larger than where the papyrus scrolls are actually kept. And this is a complex system which is not a body or a hive. It's an entire civilization. And again, you see that knowledge has this tendency to clump together, which is fascinating. There's no particle or force that is attributed with describing